Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am making a lot of progress tearing out all of the plants that got frosted and kind of just clearing out areas. And this video is going to be sort of a two-part. I am clearing this workspace here, which is also a parking spot, and I'm going to basically be like combing through all the pots, hopefully harvesting sweet potatoes. Any of the soil that's left over, I'm going to put into one of the beds that I'm going to clean. And ultimately the goal is to have this space empty so that Grover, the Land Rover, can park here, make our driveway a little less hectic. And I get the other bed that's adjacent to the back porch, the far bed, I get that cleaned up and reseeded. So I hope you'll stay tuned to watch my progress. All right, now we're gonna see about sweet potato harvest. This first one is Macatea. These are all Treasure Island sweet potatoes. Whoa. Yeah. Not so much that are big for eating, but a lot of slips. Huh. This is very interesting. All right, decent sized one. I am gonna save all these slips, basically just overwinter them in a pot with dry soil and put them under the house for safekeeping out of the frost. They're not the prettiest roots that I've ever dug, but I think they're certainly suitable for overwintering. Not so much for eating. Although I say that, and then this one, at least part of it, is pretty substantial. Well, this pot is looking way more promising. Nice big fat tuber here. They are kind of funny because they're like all tangled up. I'm just picking the biggest ones to go into my eat pile and the smallest ones to go into storage to grow out next year, to make sure that I've got backups. Because regardless of how much they yield, I love these Treasure Island sweet potatoes, and I want to make sure that I have them from year to year. Well, as you can see, I've got a full wheelbarrow of soil that I can now reuse in the garden somewhere. I don't really need to add it to any of the beds up here. It's because these beds are so well established. I think instead I'm gonna put this in the woods, in an area where I will plan to actually install a lot more plants this winter, just as a means of, taking best advantage of this used soil. Now, the reason I'm undoing it is just I don't need all of these pots filled with soil this winter. I'm not going to grow in them. And the main thing is here, this space is too shady for winter growing. It's the north side of a south-facing fence, and it doesn't get any direct sun when the sun is low in the sky, in the southern sky. So it's much better to be a parking spot for the wintertime rather than a growing area. And I'm really excited that I've got it pretty well emptied. I just have those fruit snack apples that are just waiting to go in. Those are probably not gonna get installed until mid-January. I do have a plan for them, but I don't have the beds created yet. But otherwise, I'm really pleased to have this parking spot emptied, and it'll really make a big difference in the flow of our driveway, being able to have the Land Rover tucked back here. Oh yeah, that's a good start here. You can see the Woodland Planting. I haven't been back here. Things are very dry, but it's really looking like everything is getting fairly well settled. And well, I'm excited to really put some more time and effort into these plantings in the winter season. Well, you can see the garlic edge is here. Most of that was existing because I did a really bad job, I guess, of harvesting garlic last spring. And then in this bed, I'm gonna do some more fava beans and some more of the blue lupins, just because I have all these seeds soaked and they need to go ahead and be planted. I'm also going to do a little bit of the Breeze Spring Cottage Garden mix, and I'm gonna add a couple of the bread seed poppies as well. And as usual, bread seed poppies are the very last thing that go in. Once you've sown them, you don't do anything else to the bed. And of course, the time change has just happened, so it'll be dark before I know it anyway, and at least I will have gotten these 3 primary beds next to the back porch cleaned up from the frost. And throughout the week, I'll continue making progress on other sections. So I hope that you will stay tuned to watch all of my progress so we get busy planting for the cool season. It's the moment David's been waiting for. His parking spot is now available. I love having Grover Park here. This is a perfect backdrop for photographs. So it makes you feel like you live in England.